What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jules MTG here. Welcome back. We have a super quick deck tech to get into. This is what we were playing over the weekend here on Arena on Historic, and something we just kind of threw together. A little bit similar to a few other decks we've been playing. It took us from Silver 4 to Gold 4, so we moved up a whole tier. Um, but yeah, let's just jump right into it. So we're pretty much just mono red aggro, right? Red deck wins. We put a bunch of our burn kind of in the sideboard for now. So I guess we'll start off with our one drops. We're playing 3 Bomad Courier. Um, Super sweet card. I'm sure a lot of people remember how amazing it was in Amonkhet Standard. It's got the haste. You can discard your hand for 1 red, sack it to get all the cards exiled with it to your hand. So it's kind of like our card draw. Keep refilling, keep refilling. So we just want to keep turning this card sideways. We're playing 4 copies of Kamano. Super good card. Lots of value for 1 red mana. Ideally, it could probably even deal 4 damage, right? 1 damage turn 1. You put a counter on another creature turn 2, which in turn is another point of damage. And turn 3, you get yourself a 2/2 with a haste. So that's really, really, really sweet. Our 2 drops, we're going to be playing 4 copies of Burning Tree Emissary. That way it can wrap us into more creatures, which is ideal. So we can Burning Tree into like a Robber of the Rich, get in for 2, or we can play out a Kari Zev, and that way we're just kind of amassing a nice board state to be able to turn some cards sideways. We can also Burning Tree into Stomp if we need a little bit of removal. Pretty nice. And then a 4/3 body for 3, really stellar. Our other 3 drops are going to be a few Ferocidons here. We got 3 of those. Can't gain life is relevant. Menace is always nice. Plus the 1 point of damage whenever a creature ETBs is really sweet. Anax is our next 3 drop. Its power is equal to our devotion to red. Hence the Burning Tree makes sense. And then if for whatever reason we do get board wiped, then we're going to get a bunch of satyrs, ideally to replace our creatures. We're playing 4 copies of Chain Whirler, just a nice board wipe if we're up against some elves or just some really low toughness creatures. Really nice. And then it works especially stellar with our 4-drop Torbran here, because then it'll deal that much plus 2, so we're dealing 3 damage, and that's just everything, right? So even our Ferocidons, if a creature enters, it's going to deal 3 points of damage to our opponent if they're playing something. And then finally, we're playing 2 copies of Embercleave because we're going to get a bunch of creatures out early, whether with Kamano and Bomat turn 1, and then Burning Tree into any other, ideally Akari Zev turn 2. So we can even jam this out turn 3 as long as we don't miss our land drops. We're playing, I believe, 23 lands. Um, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 lands. Sorry, my bad. So we're playing 3 Den of the Bugbear, 1 Castle Embereth, 4 Ramunap Ruins, just a little bit of reach, 1 Sokenzan because it is legendary, and then 15 basics. In the side, it's kind of where all our removal is. We want to just be incredibly aggro for the most part in the main board. So we got Barge in just to get some creatures trample, plus the +2/+2 makes sense. Flame Blast Bolt because it's just a strictly better Magma Spray. You can target Planeswalkers if we need. The Exile might be relevant. Play with Fire. Roiling Vortex is always super sweet. A Braid for our artifacts. Obliterating Bolt for 4 damage. That way we can still exile something, and we're targeting creatures and Planeswalkers. Strictly better than a Lava Coil. And that pretty much wraps it all up. We do have a video up. Check it out of the gameplay when we went from our Silver 4 to our Gold 4. Check it out. Super cool. Just kind of hanging out and vibing. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Where we do this. We do the deck techs, we do the gameplays and such like that. So, and like us out on like us on Twitter, I guess as well, also known as X, and follow us on Twitch at JulesMTG, where we jam out a whole mess of gameplay as well. So we do box openings and everything. But yeah, come check us out. Appreciate it, and wrap it up with the gameplay in the next video. Adios.